Okay, so part 2 of me coloring in my dragon. I'm going to do Ying and Yang. And while I'm doing this, I'll tell you a little story. I think we left off at, it was 11 o'clock at night, and DCYF and 2 cops were at my door. So once we passed, the test, it didn't matter. Because DCYF had showed up with 2 cops at 11 o'clock at night with no warrant. No proof of anything, no real reason to be there, I guess. Illegally. They were there and they took my child. Telling me it's in the best interest. If I don't do it, I won't see her for 2 years and I'll go to jail. That's what they told me. They're like, you either do this or we wake up a judge. You go to jail. You both go to jail, sorry. And we're going to send your daughter out of state for 2 years. And you won't be able to see her at all. I'm like, that's weird. And then I said, okay. Made a phone call. Called up a cousin. That was a mistake and a half. His cousin called her husband's aunt. And they showed up at 1 o'clock from Manchester. Loaded up my daughter. And away they went. And I kept getting told, okay, do this, and you can have her back. Do that, you can have her back. Move to Manchester and you can see her every day. They were all lies. Did everything. Passed so many different types of tests, They all came back clean. My doctor even signed paperwork stating a prescription for my medications, that I was on them for 12 years, and that there was no reason for anything. Like I've always passed my tests for him, and, they do their DRUG test all the time. Passed every single one. Yeah. So we get here we are, we're like a month into it, and we get told, okay, go get her. Everything's done, you can have her back, go get her. We go to get her, and we get told, nope, can't have her. While I was staying in a homeless shelter in Manchester to be closer to my child, someone had stolen my medications from there. And they said that's child neglect. I know what you're thinking. I must be lying, right? Like, this doesn't make any sense. No, it's all 100% true. I have all the paperwork to prove it. And I asked them, like, how's that child neglect? Someone stole all my stuff. Hey, can you see if that's a delivery truck?
No,
let us have her back because someone had stolen from it. When we got into an apartment, we have done everything they've asked for. Now my daughter, she's a cute little thing, hyperactive, speaks 3 languages, sign language, English, and Vietnamese. And because of the fact that she was a bilingual child as well, I taught her the sign language. And so English wasn't her first language. Her father's Vietnamese. So we were teaching her both. And the doctor said to stop freaking out about her not speaking English right away because it could take some time. But okay. Doctor knows best. What do I know? And I'm being told like there's nothing to worry about until she's like 3 years old, and if she's not talking by then, I mean she was talking, just not like for a 1-year-old. I guess she wasn't. I felt like it wasn't enough, but she spoke in sign language mostly. She would respond to me if I spoke in Vietnamese. I was the only one she wouldn't answer if I spoke in English, which doesn't make sense because I'm not the Vietnamese one. Her father is. But he was a daddy's girl. Big time daddy's girl. She was such a happy baby. Little chunk-a-monk, I called her. She was a little spoiled, but first child. Had 5 miscarriages beforehand, so, spoil her. That's her. And now, the way we let her eat, we don't make her sit and eat anything other than breakfast and dinner. Those are the only 2 meals we make her do, like sit down at a table or sit with us and eat. Lunch and snack, nah, just let her run around. She's a kid, she's 1. And they said because of that, because she refused to sit down to eat her meals, that meant I must have been starving her. My daughter was in the 90th percentile. Now she's in the 30th percentile. And that's somehow my fault, even though I haven't seen her in a year. So that's what we're looking like right now. Come back for part 3 when I add the resin.